mo akwa ba biom ba Adom TV and I am memory that no body now no say a Showtyme entertainment papa na Joso anyha editi wa would feed ya tom Adom TV na me chia na me salute wo ba bibia wo hwe e wo Ghana ha na wiase afa na nyina so yenyi mu esan say ye stream e wo Facebook editi Facebook Adom TV obehwe na me wo fi say e darling lemon any style beer and almost soya same I mean ya dene na me di be gina ha no na me da bia me di dwumadie no ebremo and as usual me our favorite superstars on ba be come home na di dwumadie na bro anyomtofo ewo mu ene wo mu a almost a ban entertainment in sem kaya almost wo kan ho wo di dwumadie no ebebro and the stories ne de wow him from near air trendy kokosi ase ho ni nyina ne a wutiete other stations na want no aha yedini nyina eba besomo enu ti anadwi pel star bi esi one corner na wa pe oye darling lemon so esi one corner boys na mo pubs no mo pie na mo ne amanfo atenetena se what I say o say na me da ochina kwasi ada ensa wo no ma darling lemon ene o star bi na tena se na me twa me ho U10 kakra bi me ba Showtyme ebeto aso me samo akwa ba eba Adom TV Showtyme me da se so otnya bread tena se na me twa me ho bai wan chim afidie na mfi Adom TV na akoso ahwe Adom TV eno ti me sra nyankopon anim adom ene na humobro na nyonyam egu wu a otena ase twen me a me ko bai ane se na me di kankan na nkomo ni nyina e ofie ha ye ba ababedie ye nyina ye nim se ye galamsey issues yi e koso wo man mu ye nsuo ene ye nsase ene se odom ankoma kyede ode adom yen se yebetimi anya nsu anom ene wode kye ye kwa ensase yebedua nnuane e wo so no ena ye se no na eba sei na wo mu a omo kasa ekwa akire omo ne kwa akire eye anyomtofo omo se so mbutimi de omo ano etum bi na omo kasa na eniem ansesa na enum na ye nua bema Rocky Dawuni reggae musician ode na no atum se duma ekoso a ye se ye nsuo ye se eye yensase no enya de a ebeboa eye oman yi na ya nhwe ne yi a enchirima ena ohombebre ntimi ne omienu esese ye boy homoden ne ye giye nsuo si wa giye nsase esi wo sene be ye enchirima enye de embre yesanso ye nyina ye num se eye ye nua ba eye ohema Mercy ena anui enkomo bi okotwetwe wo TV station bi ede nsem bi to ba efse na ware no edu ba bia na adumra esese emu ayedene no oni ni nyankopon twetwe nkomo na nyankopon eyi na sotre se ba bia du de sese empapamu ba sene be obetimi atoa ni nyame adwuma ne so yenua bema eye ya boaten adodo na nim no se funny face ono so yehu se okọ ahohia mu yie pa aye back to back update na nsem ni bia oka no eya de enkoyi eno obeka se who entertains the entertainer se dumre na wona wo magigi ani pen omkwa ahohia mu kwan ben na as oman ana se yen ayen so ye dom a ye di omachine ye behwe na yetimi ahwem yi no so omasi ekwan tempo no mu eno ne nsem bia aka ne ye ba bedidi ho nkomo na me di kan ka kire se eye superstars omo bonnwom ema wani gie no omo aba be kan ye wo ha na ye ne omo akwa nkomo eno nti no me di kan ka se eye Rocky Dawuni asem woka about galamsey no very very important etimpese ye kotie asema Rocky Dawuni Grammy nominee Rocky Dawuni ekaye about galamsey ye ba meda mapamfo edi achro.
Imagine the value of water, and we are destroying all our waterways.
Can you imagine?
So just imagine that in the future, what God has given us, the value of water is priceless. So destroying water just because of an immediate, wealth, acquisition of wealth, and destroying something that cannot be, your price cannot attach on, I feel is such a curse, and we need to rise up as a people and make sure that we focus on this galamsey issue.
It's crazy.
Because as a even an ambassador for environment for the United Nations for Africa. You can imagine, I go to all these conferences and people just walk up to me from different countries and say, what is going on with this? And I tell them, I don't know. I have no words to explain. So all my people, let's stand up and stop this, because it's robbing our future. It's destroying our livelihood. It's putting cyanide, mercury, all these heavy metals into our food chain. And then all of that is going into our waterways. So imagine that when you open your tap and you drink, some of this stuff that is in the rivers, we are connected to the rivers ourselves. We are part of this whole network of life. So imagine that the water that you're drinking and cooking too has...
Enuti eneno na okoti ene na asefem sem ade esese ye nyina no ye de ho gym esan se obe face wo de mfa ho but enkakran na nsuo no connected to all the parts of the country to one here e be no so enuti na obeka se be mfa ho but there are some say ye de ya no to mu bi eniti ma pound for me don ma di wi a meji eye adwenkyere na Abrantia me babe danadi achiremu no. In fact, Madam Fu Gaby or say or tinene na etimi ede dano. Esan sasa ne nyomo no twegu na otie sene a voice no flow ne rura na soma na afa na kumam na rura ne yam na amani ntini nyina twetwetwetwetwe. Or toho se ya no wada na ho. Eba no high life musica. So you can't hear bonnie ba you free na na padumuni e bonnie e boba ono so ne mfefuo mu no odi tintin man pa and wa yiye nyum bebre wa gigi awards bebre wa chinchi wiase afana bebre enam enyum to achade a nyankopon e de che no bisa kede ewo ha a obeka me ho na ene ye di nkomo bisa akwaba
ye nuana na
bibia ye boko de
me adom bibia boko pa
o fans say me musa say aden na onwum e de sa me bisa say aden na o fans say aden na onwum na ya na e de sa inshira apart from say inshira na fans say ne na nyankopon e de ama no eniema ben ni niema ben na ya wo de keka ho a ema onwum etia po
say ye de inshira na ma wo ha wo say won so use ne ye say na be do mpempen so bi ntina me ga say inshira na ntin general sa inshira na inshira na bobit ni inshira na eye me say nyankopon na mama adom mama home etimi so nyansa de ye bibi ntina ne nyina inshira
okay eti bisa say mu ana mu busa no bisa say inshira nyankopon de ma inshira no etno onwum no na inshira no abo beat no na inshira na ye bibia na enyom na otia na inshira na manem na yo de eti shout out to Mr. Kede na me call the extreme left corner na ono so Jamaican artist reggae international superstar wajidini ye pa na watoto nyom so bebre and ofri the Morgan family. So what is the Morgan family? Emuna Morgan heritage and also every buyer. Now on the busuya epe and or kaho ene on also be pay Adom TV and the baba be didn't kobo. Na and Obama kapatwa kakra. And let me introduce my brother, Jamaican superstar, reggae international superstar, Michael Asher.
Yes, man.
Welcome, Michael Asher.
Michael.
I said the Michael again. Michael.
Yes.
Michael Asher. And I know that was a change from Michael to Michael, right?
Yeah, well, to me, right, in the Jamaican way of saying it, it's Michael.
Michael, okay.
So Michael, Michael, which is how I spell it now.
Okay.
We pronounce it the same way as Michael, is Michael.
They would say Michael.
Ghana
would say Michael.
Yeah, we put a little in it. Yeah, and it's fine. Like Mike L is fine. But I like Mike L.
Okay.
Bring it down, make it more bass.
More bass.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael. So we have here Michael Asher representing Jamaica, representing Africa and international. Me banso a me nua ba eye kukua enso kame ho. Kukua enso ye fashionista, fashion designer. Enti aba ne se empempam ntare ne en dress ya kukua edi mu akotene. Ana o se da bi nya no nko a eba entertainment so obekasa or criticize or chere ema bibia ye de kukua akwaba.
Yeah.
You are looking nice. Yeah, me swag no. Which la fashion designer there's a wow ba.
What's so you dream?
Na ya na obi wa madam people say momo palm mo de na mama mo de na guy. Omo mo share mfata o.
Fata mo pa. Ka no mo nka no.
Sa.
E na obi wo ha so a on hwe ne body ansa na wako select style.
Okay.
Yeah, ni nyina kan we so hwe body na hwe style na obi choose dey suit to body. Obi ani ni shape. E na so style bi e be fata o. E na so de e be fata no. So e bi ade amehye no. Enya no na obehye emfata aha e bia de awo obehye na emfata me
ti say the what say obi wo ha yes e me pekuku atare ni me so hwe ne body type na
yes and sana akopam
okay I say sound engineers no yes say omo ye omo nwumu a omo ye ne da we ti ara yes every stress obviously so omo ye sound engineer na sound to nwumu a omo say do omo nwumu so a omiemu any tight. But omo ya other people ni dey na e bibio because omo ni mo ho more than say na bia omba also ma ho kwan na omo hu yi a ombe ye ne fefe fama ba na edi kan me ball eye voice bi eye Rocky Dawoni na all kan about galamsey and Ghana ni bia ne wote ho a unim se ne galamsey ne ko unim se ne yensu a odoma nkoma de cheye no adane Milo anase kokoti enuma ye ko and sa enru ne famu no wan hwe adama enya enene kokoo ne yetwa kokoo ne nyina agu ene ye de etu galamsey bisa mitidi pa se ensema ekoso e ba yensase ne yensu ho no wani twia en eya amonso no mu di domanim a mo kasa ododo na ede etie eni tedumre bisa ya ne pese mo so mo de mano betum se ne ebe ya ede nsesa ebeba bra pani Rocky Dawoni de na no atom begidi se wahu na wonso ekwan ben so ne ye fa ye de bua na galamsey yetu atwa
galamsey ne de ya de enye kura me ankasa me hu I've seen a lot of it enye kura but then ye ka de bia say ye stop it ye hu say police for stop it bi ne ade and so still ekoso de bia ekoso enti ya me ankasa me bisa me hu say enti den ankasa ne ye afa ho se na be ya ebeko but then again kai hu say impinifo ne bi nso ejuma ne bi enti no se omo ankasa omo enjaya ejuma no menye sure say nene be to be twa what you say enti no ni nyina gina ya ye impinifo no so butaya me say butaya your friend is we omo be fa omo de be stop no eno na be ma galamsey no so eno so it's we twa
se na okai panina ebi ono be hwe na mra ye adwuma because obitimi China ni betimi abagana no akwa bi a bisa wonti dida no abawura ho akonya asase a wotu yebusa sa hwan and itimi chire na so obi and a man akwanya moye
of course and America no empe omunim ho bi omunim ho bi in so omo enjaya be dey enjaya because e bi afane say wako nansi ameko ejaka man so na me hu say ekoso ho pa ena ma mebo brim na me say enti ni nyina ekoso ha say so de bia e ka say stop police for ko chenkrofo ni ade and so de bia ensure say like o hwe kro no na hwe ensure omo no ni ade it's very sad won say bi no omo too well ni ade omo ensure omo ni ade and it's sad enti ye be sempini for no say ombe bibia fa ho na I mean omoja water bodies no say na be ya obi anso benya bibi
what about the other side na fans no youth ni omo no omo yes adwuma omo say adwuma ni ho enti e community kasam eno nti na omo ye den omo yes no bi wa hu video say mama ya adwuma ya yes ye bejai na mama ya adwuma nya de ya yes ye bejai ho so how do we balance the equation
and also you know crepa the tell say abind in who beji mu a na ebia omo be set it up like a system where it can be controlled say na be ya enko kan suo no kra enke ye what you say na ebia enka a portion, use like a portion of assassin.
Okay.
They cannot omanku to assassination because I believe that most of assassin awards and crashing at the end of Okano. Hollow.
Okay.
Everybody is hanging. They be what you say? My dream was saying it's a earthquake, a CBC, then ABC. Obia Beko, what you say? You know, I idea was say, yeah,
As a from Sunny, we say, can ABN youth, acquire join your sky crabat, can say that she send your mood to us. One day, be a West Dine Kakra, when you scarcely dine, why you be one now when you were busy of winning. Bra, and that canoe, no winner, my question. Kukua, and near me, Kosi, Galamsey. Obikra predicted set in the near future, one share Ghana. The Becra is so, and Sunny at me and swear you
Medase, na, Mechia, Ashefoni na. Ye can say, Nipakono ka say, Ebeka Quebec in Suaban, Ayampa. Because me so much in Shrimau, ye cry soon, what of Omo Moban. So Mobana, I'm not sure so many in Suan, because ye cry a complaining, ye were hand complaining. In Suania and I to say Lipton, I had the more cafra, like. What are they like in paying for them or more? The person who they are paying for you about it. And ukomu and paying for no swasha. So Galamsey no me sure say and then your channel bijay. It is really like it's sad. A very sad I am just crying for a chima. Me de in chima. And I now say youth for say a juma ni ho. Bra me see a juma wo. Minimum be a new company or employ lady be. Lady ni ba one day. And no catch ni co-worker like I said no more bon common so I had near she cry. Ain't no or I no catch any madam so or can so conny fano. I did ya wamba. Ain't as en commodity one the other colleague in catching so lady ni say a hand yes she ain't no come. Like how? Obi who complain say ejuma ni ho. Ya obi a creative why employ. Una be che say ha nye she ana ha ye she. And it's a new company. Kaka. What you say? We are court if you be complain say ejuma ni ho.
Now who say you to know na.
Youth ni a lazy. Yes.
Hey, kukua.
Oh, omo ni me nko. Me ye bold.
Ejuma wo na youth na na mo person.
Ejuma wo ho. Obu wo han so say aketua ni so. You start from somewhere and you get somewhere. Inti aketua ni so anti no unye ejuma. And there are works that are closer to like obi obedrin in the lawyer feni ade ade ho. Wo hwe area wa like find something and do.
I want say we na koso wo. Sebi nkra kitu. And honom no we don't have any company bibia ni wo sa.
Then
nkra kitu no ma company yi ni ho a obeka se manfo mpesa omotena ho na gise bi otu kwan e ba akra.
What of farming ni ade ade? Yeti ha na intos ni ade short ye. That time intos ba ko 5 cedis. Intis youth not here crass no. Galamsey penny adwuma obetumi aye. On to me farming.
Yeah, being farming no be only capital the way.
Only capital. Oh. I'm sure say onipa kono call round maybe only impayfo mun nsem wo bi kasa this is ebia me proposal ni me pese me farming wo me chrome aha na me ti then like nipa kono like a thoughtful idea so this is what I want to do now pushing one I'm sure say nipa kono be boa. Yeah.
But a more serious note no yes re say na yemfa ye ho enjemu na yemwana eye Galamsey menace no etunye the intro. My brother, I've not let you out. We are talking about Galamsey. Galamsey destroying our water bodies.
And what is Galamsey?
Galamsey as digging gold from the land. And this is destroying the water body.
The water body.
Ghana.
Yes.
I don't know if you followed the story.
I'm very much so. Okay. Absolutely, yes.
So our brother Rocky Dawuni spoke about it that we shouldn't continue destroying our water bodies because eventually it is going to affect the entire nation and the generation yet unborn. So let me get your take on that. Galamsey destroying the water bodies.
The water bodies. Yeah, it's a very important subject. So let me begin by greeting you properly.
Thank you.
I greet you in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, King of Kings, Ruler of Rulers, Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God, earth rightful ruler. You know, I want to thank you for welcoming me to Showtyme.
Welcome.
On Adom TV. You know, it's an honor to be here tonight to represent Jamaica. We say Jamaica, the life.
Jamaica.
You know. So the problem that we see going on right now is a disharmony with the earth, with the cosmic, between man and the earth. So what we need to do, we have to return back to how we used to live in ancient times, before the colonizers had so much influence on the way that we live. You see? So I feel that we here in Ghana and Africa in a whole have been standing on the sidelines, watching what is happening to our dear Mother Africa. And the way I see it, it's time for our leaders to speak up, stand up and fight and defend Africa, defend Africans. It has to start with the leadership. Because if the leadership didn't allow these things to happen, they wouldn't happen. We wouldn't have to be worried about the water table or the entire land. I mean, when I don't see it in real life, but when I see videos of what they are doing to the land, it's like, pardon me for saying it, but it's like raping a woman or a man. No love, no feeling, no care, no concern. And we're watching these things happen. So my question is, what is the leadership going to do about it? Because we need new leadership. We need a leadership that is going to recognize the need for us to live in harmony with nature. And the things that is destroying nature, we have to resist it. You know, we need the leader them to step up them game. We're in a time of election right now, right? We're choosing a new leadership. Well, this is my message.
Okay.
To the leader. Be brave. Whoever you might be. Be bold. Resist the colonizers and their influence, because they're still influencing our economy. They're still influencing our politics. Therefore, they're influencing our children. And we have to resist their influence.
Okay.
Because their influence is not good for Africa's future.
Thank you very much, Michael Asha.
Right.
That their influence is not good for Africa. So if I'm going to resist. Resistance.
Yes,
we need, man.
Fight back.
Ja Rastafari. All right, so me call me topics and then we do a chat. Part to every American piano. Well, I'm going to say amame. Now, your main topic, you know, ye discuss, you know, and they say, a DNA my say artist way or ye kese or ye akukudam. A factors being and a contributor because this is a big artist. We a artist or so and I say udimu a pa and it be sakede wa Michael Asha ewa hanomo Michael Asha wa hanomo a kuku and so ewa hanomo ye ba betwetwe nkomo edi a factors ni na agugu akwemu because me say be sakede a big artist or a huge ankasa a den and a moment me akase be sakede a huge artist. Let me come to you again, Michael. What makes an artist a big artist from your perspective?
You know, my brother, I pondered that question for days.
For days?
Yeah, because I knew at least a day or two now, at least 2 days, I knew that this was going to be the topic. And I said, you know, I said to myself, I love to talk to myself. I said, Asha, you can't go out there on national TV and don't know how to touch a point on this topic.
Sure.
And you know, so me think, me meditate, and I don't come up with anything because the topic it's so subjective. You know, what is the criteria that make an artist a big artist?
Big artist.
Yep, it depends on the artist.
Okay.
It depends on who is looking at it and making that determination. It could even depend on the genre of music. Because how do you define? That's a question I'm putting out there. How do you define a big artist?
Okay.
That's a question to put out there. Because you have to know what factors would contribute to that.
Okay. So
you have to know what you're talking about.
We can talk about influence, can talk about marketing, relevance, your repertoire, the kind of influence you have on the world scene within your locality, the impact that your music also makes on people and society. So giving you a few factors.
Yeah, well, I mean, those factors are important. For me, me rate an artist is when the artist is coming from the soul in his art. Regardless of whether he's singing, DJ, playing an instrument, even painting, or even being a radio presenter or a television host. You know, it's your creativity, to me, that makes you great.
Okay.
That make you a big creator. Because art, you're coming from your soul, you're creating. So to me, when someone is coming from their soul, you can feel it. You can feel it. You know, and I think that's one of the most important thing to me that, you know, if I'm going to rate an artist, it's if he or she is just coming from their mouth, or they really have that conviction in what they're singing about or writing about or painting about, and you can feel it.
Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from with
it.
Yeah.
It's a meka, I don't know when you free moon air banner. So what told you now, a new message, and I say, impact they have on society, and the better say, or who is a big artist. No man call me bra, kid there, honor, so I must say, or no so, Nindim, the enemy, Hunomono. See, a castle will be a big artist, and near my bay, and or better.
Well, okay, big, may perceive me bisa baby, free.
Okay.
So big as in Nipani din a household name, and I say, or a big saying.
Okay, so me Bobby B to say the relevance, the popularity rate, ban marketing, the repertoire, the projections, nina.
Into to say, she say, opposite like Ubisa say artists name we drew. Like we reach baby,
yeah, saving Ghana.
So. As an artist, from me, my perspective, no, the ame who say, Obia said before I will do hono, say voice, it to me control for.
Okay.
Now, to me, reach out to people with your music. Man is a song be a brabo, and I just say you are there. It's as simple as that.
It doesn't matter the size. And yes, say be a nipa do
but nipa, and yes size no, but to me control nipa. To me, Fanese Abia, Obo show, Ode show to her, and go for airing, Echo ticket away. Not just say, voice it to me, it to me train a crack. What I said, the hour, sorry, software, just a train a crab, brain yammy. So, into to me train a crack, to me control and go for, and I just say, withdrew. Yeah.
They are banner a human business no man. 7 minutes, someone in a catcher and your pay. They be your bosho. Kwakuma no kwakuma nsa ho ya mensa ho bisake den so ho esro se ne de bema eye bisake den esro ne de bema kwakuma no enti no se no kire se no ye we kire se mu nyina mo nyepe
enti na make sure say o voice it may control not just a word because ebi wa me baby a me metimi control ntimi control sanity ebi a ukasa wo baby ebedru na me nso me kasa wo baby ebedru we ho enti na obi a was in style or the tonyo no ebi wa me nwoma meto no e de kankofo akoma me de kankofo akoma enti na me ko pie baby a na me to a anaso mo hu se me ba edom ebedi mechi no ebi asa enya sa dom no ebedi wechi enti na ni nyina I mean e wo tese na okaye no etu no obi ane se na ohun no esifa
enti me te wase ye bia obo show o de no betimi afeli nipa bia 500 obi betimi afeli 1000 once a mo nyinaa no matimi atwe edom no de na ye hu mo se mo nyinaa
what you say and American and a sign eso be bia he obetimi to say ye can show asemi obetimi akọ show bi kra utwe dom o but e bia na promo so ankoye amanfo amba no nche say e bia unsan dru ye enti na make impact no say onyum etumi seson obi abrabo na de bia mo pese mo tie wa na che say I mean why bibi what I say
so we have more impact na wo hwe the more than e bia niema e keka me ma kuku a also unim ye di nkomo e wo fi a we artist we there wo hwe ni bia na social media following kra na influence ene nyoma dodo a wo opia bonte ese ni pa obi beka say we there oso ese na bia artist we also say na ohu sa nkomo yi
okay so my dream share metro who say you can say ade what artist who be so you bigger first of all let's start here from the talent. Okay. The artist should have talent. You will be more like they come out only talent but person your music sani pani say lack bet me amana one hit song bi enyina e Ghana enim kofo o ma bon yuma when you lack when you one hit song into first of all let's start here for talent. Okay. You the artist should have talent and secondly so you should be able to make record sales. You can say artists be bigger. Most artists be or making record sales and kasa. What I say, and or sell it out. You can say okoye show. Ubon we be or putting it out there within maybe 2 days. Be not or sell it all the tickets. And also is a factor. I say artists ne so you big, and you can say the popularity on social media, the streams. Okay. Obi one say I your platforms or rate. And some fans say oko platform where I say this person name your more trendy. Oko we so we name your more trendy. So nyama ni nyina say this person is big. This artist is big. And you can say social media following said they are making some artists and be wo so like almost controversial. And also so like it's part of because say be only a last week but it should be a good controversy and he say bad because a bad now it said yeah Ghana for the training so be bad like there will be a bad controversy around you yes and night our brand no nobody wants to be associated with you night our brand so I say a trigger from so in my like we know my Miss Madrid try metro and so, also yeah, by that.
Mate, meda wase. Na yese obia ne hawa obehunu. They say because big is relative. Yeah. It be obi e de ne yese or more albums or more hit songs. Obi so be ani dey na social media. Obi so ho no mo platforms are where gina so are performing or ye shows or no any shows and I say obo obi de no enipa etimi ekoto ticket e de ba e behwe no ni nyina ekabomu a efua wo a wote wo hu big artist a hu obi nso wo ha ono nso wo ne big artist eno tin komo no eguso a de ekoso na darling lemon any star beer ana e boy ase e madwumadi memeni da bia no wotwe ba ye de de ebremo na me bra e wa ha ma me bra enkonkodi nkomo kakra Michael Asha menene ndi nkomo kakra well I know you are part of the Morgan family.
Correct.
And through that we have Morgan heritage. Yeah. Let me ask you, coming from that lineage, how has that influenced your life as a whole and whatever you do?
It's a good question. Growing up, I was always exposed to music, you know, being created and practiced and performed in a professional way. You know, it wasn't like people was trying to do something. You know, what I saw is how it was done on the highest level, on the highest stage. I was exposed to a lot of big name artists coming in and out of my brother's house. So I knew how it had to be done. Okay. You know, as far as your preparation. You know, I know that it's a lot of work. I know that, you know, when you're finished with your product, you know, I learned from early that you're gonna be your biggest critic, your biggest judge. And you have to. You have to strive, you know, for your best. I have an album coming out now. It's called The Mission. It's gonna be released on the 21st of September. And this is my 5th album, if I'm correct. And I see the growth from number 1 to this one.
Okay.
And the only reason why there is growth is because of the desire that I had to grow. Because, you know, like I said, I was exposed to artists, you know, music being produced, recorded, performed at the highest level. So I knew I couldn't, you know, do it like basa basa. You know what I mean? It just couldn't happen. Like, it doesn't compute for me. It's a lot of hard work.
Okay.
And I would like to say to the, you know, to the artists them and musicians and especially the promoters, you know, your art, your artistry, your passion, you have to put work in. If you're a promoter and you want your show to be a success, then you know, back in the day we used to say if you give a dance, you have to pay the band. If you want your show to be a success, you have to do the things that is necessary to make it a success. And the main thing you have to do is promote. You know, you don't start promoting 10 days, 2 weeks, you know, before your event and expect that you're gonna get your ultimate success. You know, and the same thing with recording. You know, you go into the studio, you know, you have a inspiration for a song. And you go into the studio, you know, the engineer give you a track, boom, boom, you write to the track. And you spit the lyrics that you was thinking of yesterday. You know, and then that's it.
Okay.
That's not how you get the best out of you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You've got to keep trying. You've got to write and listen to yourself. Does your lyrics make sense? Is it telling a story? Can other people relate to it? So for me, it was always you got to put the work in.
Go for the best.
You have to work. That's how you know, that's how you get success.
In 1995, let's talk about repatriation.
Yeah.
And you decided to come back to motherland, and you chose Ghana. Why Ghana and Africa?
It's very interesting. You know, they say that Ghana is the gateway. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but we look at Ghana as the gateway because it was easier for me and my family to get into Ghana than Ethiopia. We was always thinking about going to Ethiopia. You know, when we sing and we beat the drum and we chant, we talk about going back to Ethiopia. Ethiopia, right? But Ghana became available to me in 1994 because we had some brethren from New York that I knew, you know, that came to Ghana 4 years before I did. And then I had another brother, again from New York, that I knew, who came to Ghana 2 years before I did. And he invited me. And he said, Asha, come. Don't wait. Don't wait to go to Ethiopia. Come to Ghana now. And that's how I ended up in Ghana.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I hope you've been enjoying Ghana. When you came, the reception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghana nice, man. What you mean? You know,
Ghana nice.
The people of Ghana are really nice. Me not lie. You know, the people them are full of love, them full of energy, them full of vibes. You know me I say, and them full, you know, they remind me of the Jamaicans. You know, their mannerism, the way them go on, them seriousness. You know me I say, them eat like the Jamaicans, them drink like the Jamaicans. Yeah, man, I love Ghana, man.
Let's talk about some of the beautiful things in Ghana. Beautiful food. Continue.
Hold on, take time. Take time. Now listen. Now me as a man, I love a lot of things.
Okay.
I love women.
Beautiful women.
Yeah.
Ghana woman.
Well, if you listen to my song, I have a song on this album. It's called Black Woman.
Black woman.
Yeah, you know. And in that song, I'm paying homage to our black sisters and mothers and daughters.
Melanin.
Yeah, real talk, you know. So I'm like, look, when I came to Ghana, I did my my first interview with TV3.
Okay.
And I grew up, I've been born in Jamaica, but I grew up in America. So I grew up around a lot of white people. When I went on the set, the host was a black man.
Okay.
The producer, a black man. All the camera people, black.
Black.
So it's like me, I get culture shock. It's like everything black. So I was in love with the place because I see black people in high positions, in you know, doing big things. And my vision of Africa, of Ghana, before I got here, it wasn't what I thought. You know, there's so much propaganda. There's so much misinformation, disinformation, information that will turn you off and make you not want to go to Africa. Make you think that when you go to Africa, you're going to be seeing a lot of monkeys and a lot of lion and tiger on the street. Real talk. And you might say, oh, that's so ignorant. But it's not that. This is the image that they created about Africa to us in the diaspora. So when I came and I saw high-rise buildings, big lights, it was crazy. I was like, yes, this is really heaven for true. This is the promised land. So where is the milk and honey? So it was like, voila, the thing get different now because now you started to come down from that euphoria of being, you know, in Africa. And you started to see, you know, what life is really like on the ground. You know, so my thing was music.
Beautiful.
And I felt like I could contribute to music, you know?
So Adom TV, I don't want to bro for more patwa any idea. Mike and I'm in Dinkomo say Oframan on in 1985 no so back Ghana. And I'm saying say Dintina a man back Ghana, no so back Ghana and need you who ne colors no na ya pay na Ghana and you maybe bro ho pay Ghana ya duane e mano or sanso kasa Ghana ma ewa ye ho fe na omo ye sweet. Yen konkɔhwɛ ɛyɛ Michael Asha nyom baako ye ba ye bɛkɔ so ɛdi nkɔmɔ bisa kede wo fie ha ɔno so de nyom fɛfɛɛfɛ bi aba emu ɔdɛ onim sɛ bisa deɛ on disappointed kuku anso ka me ho na other stories no so ye wɔ nneɛma bi a sɛ ɔkɔ akɔyɛ ɛno nti me ne ba bɛrapi up na ye ne bisa ɛne kuku a atoa so na the Showtyme no abrɛwo. Okay, now let's talk about the mission, the project.
Yes.
The mission. What is the mission?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Again, big up to Jamaica. From Jamaica with love. I had the opportunity to sit down with my hero, President J.J. Rollins.
Rollins, of blessed memory.
Yes. And me and my nephew, Gramps Morgan, you know, we were sitting down and we had audience with the president. And, you know, the president asked us, he said, I want you brothers to make some music that will help my people to elevate their mind and their consciousness because the corruption of the Western influence is having a terrible effect on them. And I believe in the power of your music. You can change that. So, you know, the first album I dropped was Unchained since that meeting with you know, President Rollins in 2019, I think it was. Yeah, 2000, Year of Return.
Okay.
And I dropped the album Unchained in 2021. And the song that you just played, African Spirit, you know, that was one of the songs on that album. So now this album is called The Mission.
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting closer to fulfilling, you know, what the president asked us to do.
Okay.
You know, and I'm going to continue to do my best because I can feel his passion, in his words, and his passion was for the children, for the youth then. Because, you know, as most of you know, right now the system is going after the souls of our children.
Okay.
You know, they're turning our boys into girls and our girls into boys. You know, and they're pushing certain type of pharmaceuticals on them.
Okay.
You know, and I'm saying, look, we as the elders, we have a responsibility to make sure that we give our children more choices than what the system is telling them.
Today.
You know, I heard the sister talk about farming. I'm not saying that I understand tree, but I can hear a few words. You know, and it's very important to return to farming. Agriculture is so important because, number one, it connects them to the earth. It helps them to respect Mother Earth. It helps them to understand that, you know, not everything is going to happen fast. It teaches them patience. So agriculture is good. So we have to promote these things. We have to push you know, not just the children, you know, but society away from pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
And return to our ancient ways.
So when is it releasing?
The Mission is an album that has so many messages in it. Some of the things that I am saying now is in that album.
In the album.
And you can, you know, follow me on my social media.
Social media.
Jamichael Entertainment for Instagram, Michael Asher for Facebook, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Michael Asher, Jamichael Entertainment. Okay,
Wow.
and the album will be released on the 21st of September.
21st of September.
Yes.
Okay, that is my birthday. So 21st of
Oh,
September,
right.
I'm going to enjoy that beautiful album. And to Michael Asher Adom, thank you, Michael, for joining us.
Yes,
You are leaving us. God bless you for being with us.
Yes.
And 21st September, no album, no, I'm follow on all the social media platforms. Send your bar, with me at tea. Send a bay, I had dream best son. Now, I'm penny that when you're the baby called Jerry John Rollins. Then this way, the mom, a bit me the album. Darling Lemon, a star beer, and a summer saying, me charming Huaba, your bar, Bisake, the high life champion, Kukwa and Sophia, Kojoki, and Mesua, a Dijumadi na kind of better also. Some were Kwaba beam about Adom TV, a Showtyme. I think I would do feeding at to a entertainment, a wholesome, and a yekan. Na ifia no no enya me nkoa na me wo ha me obinua ba kukua e wo ha and your superstar Bisa K-Day high life musician awaji awards bebre ono so e wo fie ha ye ba ba twetwe enkomo na me nko straight to Bisa enchen na yendi eye high life enkomo e kakra Bisa na earlier wona me ka se e ba na high life nyum to se ye bo ni ye bo free ye na nampadumu ni ye boboba ofuriam ponsamo keke fosumu a a banso baba besi eye Bisa K-Day so and senia o de buy me kai baby an pompon so buy part 2016 ebra mansa any brother buy and that time no na sa authentic high life music no na ya TB ache you better cry na your household names na you nim de da no ebi na de ba then Bisa K-Day ma nya sa feel no and it to the point say that year cry the VGM is no na amount for tipo say Bisa ebetumi ayeden enya eye ne pemper so that is the overall artist of the year no high life to be do some pemper so on samre no and if you were kura mu a asamba kwa ye amount for omo a onfefo no omo ye high life no ebi mu ka say oh omo hu omo say high life di I say sebi enkrasenyom ene ne mabe aya wo tete sansem ni bi
oh me tipa
wow
doso but I say yeah colleagues na bi aka say high life
no you catch room and yes you catch room yes
so mete and I had dream and I mean recently preaching I mean preaching and say I'm out for bejas and someone na yeah so you cry dia ya woni mu sane be ya e betumi adum pempen so bi ya so you person high life no do this is an Afrobeat about on the rise no and I own him say Afrobeat na ekoso no so high life na and o ma ba fa akwaye no omo dia no mama ne dim foforo what I say ntina enye consumer spec
okay
ne mom no ya ankasa as artists no I was saying so you to you see or near high life no more near mbo high life dim more sana be ya ebeko
na say artists no so bia yen omo tuom hwati wo so be so omo ye high life ana so o ka omo ye high life na omo a omo nya high life
me de me nya kwa
unya na ko bia
ye high life
na se sack mu Showtyme stone boy bia nya high life
stone ye high life that's not stone high life Showtyme so high life songs omo ye so e ko kama ede what I say I know just say still omo betimi aye what I say intino
mama mama ba ko mama ndim abro mama Bisa K-Day nyum ba ko high life na America na mu nkotie ba ko ye ba nkomo no be ko so Mansa winesi kwaso ami ba wow that is Mansa now brother being so share one corner in 2016 in fact then times now other genres no dancehall rap ni ade compete but high life fan into my prefer any omu di siani anka ni nyina nim say VGMA 2016 anka say Bisa K-Day ye dia ahenche no no but amasa enkonkodanche ye nua EL enso je enkonkodanche o share o high life na from o brand the video e kokko hwe ye entade a wo hye bibia e kire say o ye modern day high life artist project side mo ye fa branding so unyini say bia e ba ne say bi obi hu o na o mo ka say o we de sebe ye no ho afo enwom ne ade a ye fa branding no bisake de say ne wa fa ho fefa wo di aba besi o sha said ye show video a na branding na enwom no how did you blend the two?
Yeah, almost there. You want penny for
okay,
and you want color. Now, me music, I make sure say me cut it across both sides. What I say, and uti me be even though I make penny some
no.
Me say can in such a way say color no so bad a bit. It comes to dressing as well. What I say, yeah, can say. Because me a high life into me nko boka ba ne ade e wo say what you say
say swag ni mu epi
o boka ba ne kakra na wa bo we nso kakra na blend sa na e wo say we no
eno na me ne legendary smart in cancer any jedubre ambule ni edidi nkomo on another platform and omo ma perspective as to why and then high life ebia enya kono ma na mafo ni bi no ana say enyi level ana bi a emri bi atwam no ewo no me so me musaw onso wo gina for a certain generation to you no o fe say ne na high life intimi compete with other generation no on the Ghanaian
high life international compete you high life obi high life ferry say ye be body is high life. That is the problem. What you say ferry enko for be high life. O head drill e buy drill do na high life. O dey tie drill o be hu say high life. I didn't think yan friend no drill high life. Yeah. I didn't think yan ka say e bia reggae high life. Say Edoso. What you say? Utie gospel songs baby. Do na reggae high life.
Yeah.
They are there. But e bia o could be so bia obeka cho say reggae. Instead say bia obeka say high life no. It's like Jana no ankasa no. Yeah, ferry because they feel that it's old. Yet ha ana Nigeria for na ebe fire ko. Eno masa ko no. Afrobeat. Eno masa be ton ma yen. Ena yaji. Now, younger say artists no do na so Afrobeat which is high life. But you bet me out to it high life.
High life.
Na so they are selling. But if you say Afrobeat na ekoso into no yeah, first say everybody in one thing. What I say, you high life ne dey. Obi high life, trust me. You tie high life pa, especially in Kolano. E be surprise o. You tie high life pa, but yeah, edina na make no. Inti na say me ba because say mesre mpeni for no say you bet to me. I more categories, TGMAs. You bet me I more categories, and even the grand award. No, bet me they are my high life. I almost say be pushy and Kolani be brave. What I say, send be a Jana na enyo mo ferry. But I say the two area. Obi abe ferry so be yebi. What I say, imagine say be a awarded Afrobeats as maybe artist of the year.
Okay.
Ana bibia obi abeka say ochina so obi any the award e obeka say okoye Afrobeat onkoye high life but then here ton what I say
in the area of marketing say o can say bebre na ye bo mo fere mpo so me from so me high life artist no enkomo aye type ba say bia o ya nwumri we na say wo ton on the market e ba ne DSPs no na most of them ni category for high life I wait me do nwum na den akwa akoshe ho eno ti say ofre no ho high life I say or limit no ho but minim say wo good streaming numbers on most of the streaming platforms of course Spotify or monthly listeners ne or numbers are very very good and you are a high life artist sa case we so omo ba no mo de justification now say na wo hu
no say be onyansa bi enim ma me ka sem cho de ntia me kasa back then there used to be it was only world music.
World music, yeah.
Na Afrobeat and my piano in the and then omo de ashemu. Eba nsen omo de ko shemu because omo bo mu na omo ye ku na ya de.
Omo creative
demand. Enye nipa ba ko pe na ko ye say omo nye. What I say? They started the agenda. So omo push omo de. Omo push ye no na distros no who say na ade no be edu na was say creative category man.
Sana also say you start the agenda and this is and because you create Afrobeats ne by force. I was some of the high life show. Me and many distros ne so have some common.
Okay.
And come P and say they can't because and you're strong enough. Into my and sub genre. Oko a year, oko do my crowd sub genre high life Afrobeats I say which is supposed to be the mother. What I say but I shall say into you know boom here started the your friend is saying trend now. Trust me, I'm the best how my yeah.
And so, we didn't call some of the things I be able to be creative, attention, no practical ways. Okay, more A, B, C, D. I'm okay. Can we be more? A bit me a mamma threshold na a pack. A bit me a mammo. A momo category. No.
Is that attention there? And yes, you and your mono between your food. I didn't hear any creative. Into yen was say a sell momo. Into omun to me make I chair say. Yes.
There be more criteria. Say the entire platforms here. Bema yaka say the general be session. And so meet A, B, C, D. Bibi sa anywhere be on
say hype word there no they have no option than to create it. But hype in one na funny say ebia bisake de pe ko ya abuchra or can say or no pe can say or a high life artist. But Nafe for a quadbridge, Afrobeat. How do you think that this will take you? I am fat. But I was saying, we have the same agenda near choir. You decide in a choir. What do you think will happen? They have no option than to create it for us. What I say?
Kukua, Bisa, Nkoma Yedi, High Life, Nkomo, Oti, and you open as also saying our found.
Oh, well, said you know, one thing I mean, who Ghanaians no say, said your kind, say, some more for you, say, a young ferry and some more be pushy, high life, and I don't know why. Maybe a versatile enough. Maybe me said they are mentioned. And I said, yeah, almost feel shy. Maybe
Rebecca said, you cry, I'm Radomo, and your mom,
a high life, and so minimum the NT or more friend or Marco friend, you know, a kind of thing. They are Nigeria for Afrobeat. I don't know why, as it's yan. Minim say, Dina, and yet do, say, a
trend, you know.
You can't really tell.
It's just because Afrobeat is trending. And I did trend, yeah, you know, I say, and we buy, and make us drill by, giddy, and I make us say. Everybody be trim.
It didn't even last.
What I say, everybody be trim. Make one put them, make us say, Corona no trim pebeko. Yes, it's just high life over choir samba. That's how it is. Maybe lazy Mansa, brother. How many years? Maybe lazy or carpenter.
And still,
the other carpenter and run maybe lazy.
Yeah.
That's the power of high life. What you say? Ain't it ferry and to say, yeah, Miss Shrimping for a yeah, you see, a crying kasa. If we set some measures, am I a trust me, it will work.
Yeah.
Yen if you say behind you, but yes, certainly you must see what's there. Okay, say near Pessia Yana, a grand prize, and they say, okay, yes, a grand prize near here. Also, be able to start here.
Let's just say, or patch say, see it, motivate youth.
Yes.
To promote the high life
music.
Yeah.
No, the air, no, because say Jaima Oka, a award scheme, no say, if say almost yeno, ultimate, say be a high life, a ultimate. I bet me a shaman phone crime. Rebecca said, award schemes, they are doing business. Almost yet a Juma Apple Musica Ego bottom. And it is say, be or no say, a general for Frobina, a corner and I say a trendy, and a man for ya, or be making sure so the energy, no, a back show. And it is say, yes, sure. When I say a day, so born and I say, oh, to me, this idea, and made to me, and says, I am about
Mammy Gas, was a VGM or TG
90 GM, yeah.
And then Telecel
Ghana Music Awards.
Young can say Telecel Music Award. Once I Ghana and Asia Honon Kwane. You see, you have to do something that is Ghanaian. It doesn't matter. Ghana and Asia Ho. What they say, and all Yama musicians, or more Yama musicians. You know, interest near first. It has to come first. I know the once a Ghana show on quad, and I just say a coach and he selling. What do you say? Internet, I was say selling ye. That's all about it.
What shall be to say year of return? A duha, your tune suffer, I'm on for so mumbra or memo. Last 2 years, a year Afro Chella, now Afro Future. And no, you say Ghana for a year organizers or founders. No, now, me share the set of Ghanaian musicians on performing any that of a year other foreign musicians from Africa on performing here. You could see the vast difference. Ghana need a baby one in the DJ. A Nigerian artist a full set. Set up on quite me take you by 1 hour. Now me come to me say, I don't need to Krumu Hanum. Na Sabi, ya ton saboja, a friend for some umbra, and be share ye near my entire ye Driane, but about the side of music. Now, as we are playing second fiddle too, some of these artists. It would say a bonus and penny for everyone say a high life festival are from old ones, no more one who are any young ones, CB, Namu Jinamu, Namu Ba, Ebema, Amon Fire, Ebeya, a Mabunu, so I call them so, or what to me be.
What was the idea? It's about promoters near there, and so can what I say. A king is never appreciated in their home. Well, and so ye can home. Sometimes ye demands no. Well, ebia ye demand say ye say ye band near there, ye encore with sir because if he's a home. Well, ye can home. At the same time, and also no. Ebi wa abeka could be some promoter say. Ebia wa nipo promoter say one fat band in poor man after performing. Akoya sem. Rebecca says, but to be who say outside at the beba. And also another conversation. Say, fighting.
They're not the same first thing because as we, me person about artists couldn't, but it was bad. Say, Ujina Honumana performance and audience in Ghana for baby about. Then we say be a promoter, and then they do baby and see 90 film say. Oh, as I say, you mean so me sefata.
And I make us say, send a no. Obi to me, I go fighters are fight with. One year, Obi or how Obi or dream one year, I go fight it too much. I don't my blacklist too. Say, Obi or mama will show, but in common Dawson, what I say, me say, me quite outside. As hand you, I want so. And you Ghana pe, Obi ever say Ghana pe na Sunday man. So I call in Chrome Club, so I will say, I'm more the other crazy scene at the end. Just say, sometimes in Casano Dawson, but me quite. Me too quiet. Me name band in and too quiet. African countries, no. Me name band. Me request it. I want chatter play mommy all the time. Am I here to call? They make sure they treat me well, and my management make sure of that. What I say because sure almost set up and so I'm here now. Quite one show you go with me. Say, well, But Oba say sometimes me too quiet. Me cost stages be what. Na me bahakana me raho. Say yeah. Honestly, then Nina say, "Ebi oha, o person won't so then o support a brother." But ebekwa ko UH no, na umom we ni makogu ase. Well, intino, so o drain side inside that. Why ha? Niama be.
Na say you. You said okay. Me nim say otutu akwan pa. Ukọ other African countries. Ekobo and ukwa uni team.
Yeah.
They respect you as that artist or what's that level, no? I'll be you provide them out. And they say you're a global village. And they say, Bisano, Jina, if you are Sierra Leone, Bisana, and near Crona, show Ghana. And it is who Wahana Ujina for fair now Baha. Only someone who can be now. More now,
instead of make a show, say, yeah, cajon. And a problem no in free one side. Yeah, cajon. If you are, yeah, feel too comfortable, I say, because say, oh,
and yes, she.
Mami nkobo. Obi wo ha, obe request it. Say, farmer me, one farmer me member. Obi wo nso a ebia promoter ne beka say oh cash ni ho and I say this into there. But one or two be na what I say. Aha. Obi so fra wa ebia won timi nka say there be. E was so call. Nti niam bebre o.
Because you see, I'm on standard. No, someone from Munna and Sifanga say it is this or no.
And I make I say, Ebinomo ye, ebinom yɛ me say me yɛ
oh yeah okay
well ebinom yɛ shows bi wɔ ha it's better say men
yeah because
what you say
image
ɛna ebi wɔ nso ɛna meka no obi wɔ ha oni saa kokodro na ɔde bɛyɛ saa deɛ no nti
Said you can blacklisting. Maybe I now acquire me and come black.
Maybe one to that level. Say,
maybe I na make no. Maybe I will finish.
Me one ya me one other.
Oko can one ha na.
Yeah, blacklisting.
What they say. But it told been so. And I make no. Sometimes you promoters ne be so can. Yeah. It told be a Ghanaian artist. Me tie nkomo bebree from promoters. Be having interview. Nanu ya kwa me hu say na promoter be. Germany or so, no, and it was cool.
So
it's just because me say now, I'm the only management kasa and a omomano
rate
offer be and a offer when own to me, but who own to me and yes, a business kasa
yeah.
Oh, unia mean to me or to TV so say my brother madam Jay-Z.
What
I say?
Wow.
So I been American. Well,
I had $1 million now, board.
No. Every American, and yes, and I say 1 million put on my boy. What I say? I thought it'd be a young cassa, and I mean, so I have had instances where Obey almost say, "Abia Oko support your brother, but they want to treat you bad, but me treat an outsider properly, like very properly." Say, or no more no safata, thinking say.
Oh, Buaudiano.
What you say?
Funny so boo and
but later, you better than a honey, I become as for say, Abia Ghana artist, and yes, say. And I make no. In seven, say, I see a car. If we have any free her.
Yes, sir. It's answer. Argentina, or Hobeba, now one man, better treatment. You know, artists and sad treatment and almost some quiet. They give it to them outside. And to say, Antimia Pejamo and Sisa Compensona. And then there's a woman and I'm sending your money now. And see Antimia fear and see from the promoter, say, be a promoter, no who say, oh, Bisa, Menina and Newaha, or Bakra, yes, so you one and Waba be do internet with Frewa, as I say, Kabia, me will be out. Be to me the mount. Never better than a Bisa, so when you know more what's inside, at me, but I think say a very serious issue. As I see a Timmy Shemo na Yakasa. Beside, will be watching on your pa. My banny running your back, Kumi, Nubimu, near the Dean Comoga Crab, and Besame San caught one break me bar, na and common at was. But don't forget, me say, my real feet say a darling lemon, any star be, and a soya sing, and my Showtyme. Yeah, the bro. Trust me, Quabasisia. A Showtyme, a dindy cojokin, Bisakede, Eofia, Kukua, and so Eofia. And common eguswa ekoso. Na make us a bisa a banner nyum truna. If I know and none pay, me tieti and then your money na do na meet me a tina from one to the next, to the next, to the next. We share composition, voice, arrangement. Be out me say the message in so nearby a clear. Bisa ye tronum say ufa pain. Nasa what the CP password. Yeah, saying a day and a year, Bawa Dream and Matt, what they turn on you. Okay,
first of all, me fat pen in CP.
Okay, oh,
David.
Oh, okay.
Main short, but metal.
Oh, two, okay.
And metal be I was a dream. Yeah, and to me go studio be I am a dream and sometimes I like to listen to people. So what kind of story me person me go studio, na me quite dream. Yeah, and you know, so no, some metro, you may say very well composed. Rhyme any idea was a rhyme near the bemu at the same time because once I can say, be said, me and Cassandra made this idea to buy in the beginning so that I can get Nkolano.
Okay.
No matter. It's just because of the perception of more for high life music, you know. That's how they know what me so I wanted to get like the love from everybody, you know. And Sana me, you know, yeah, me dream amount for and some on me actual internet. I told it like all the time, you know. And my menu here unique.
Okay.
Yes, because that's how I want it. Because me percent in the next 20, 30 years, you know, until be saked and still. Yeah.
Obi show a young artist or taking inspiration from Bisakede. So person we yen classes because minimum say Bisake denyum in the next 150 years. Utia still you love it. And over feel say ebi I know cry near boy. And near ben as any pani ya. Obet me nya recorder. Obet me atena ho no mache.
And ni nyina gina wa wo so. What I say? And like some say, baby, when I saw you, my heart the colonial massa. You know, it's like you're not putting effort.
Any substance.
Yeah.
What I say? Put effort in the in your writing. Well, me I thought it be me to nyomono me in pie message all over and like over and over again till say. My sister maybe because a beer and a baby touch I was a metachi and son a memo will be a bit and sometimes when we record there I am a percent first and I am a percent penny for me chain.
Okay.
Send a bear me trona me touch my baby I'm over director me no assembly nanga was all kind of say but I say I know me dom around me sometimes.
Really?
Yes. Sometimes me record there I'm a percent dom around me because Obi to me, ABI me try and you about broken heart. Now ABI boys no, and I get back home and your broken heart back will be it. Or better any experience back will be them menya line be them the shame. What I say, internet ni na boa. Emma on your good song. If you have good friends around you, a bit it may boa. Yeah.
Next a studio no cry you need and yes obia keke.
Oh that be.
Obia be one also one no
And yanyom me
I know experience no.
Me crampo de me pet nkofo a
omo nim nyom no.
Enyom da bi
enye ordinary people na.
Me pet
the situation like in Jom situation.
And sometimes in situation pet will be a fan. It's beautiful.
Okay.
What I say, me some first no so me can story in me yeah brother we know. And maybe a more come and I may roll it down as I make a farm market. Now I'm going for amount for reaction.
Okay.
It's first now I'm tired I did. Man, I hear the same thing. And then I make sure I go for reaction. I'm going to say nah. And penny falling like almost feel a vibe and all this and I'm saying nah. This is good. What I say. So some near my baby, it entails a lot. It depends on. In time I can say, you know, wow, so no. The hour person way, you know. Ne, I dream my far, me dey hear me do. You know,
I saw one person be change secret.
Oh, I
know.
No, I know. I
know.
Yeah.
I dream wow so.
Ni na dream wow so. Yeah, and you try no. I
did say I check
Bibi I actually but ni na ejina also. Next time I will be say putting it together. Well, ebia o voice, me so me voice. But I was studio, I dream me the better job. Yes, I dream no na the better. Next time we can say ejina wa also.
Onyom baako a in fact e kama koma pa e Samina. One Obrafo. Na the way a mumie no say lie no and someone na mo kan wo edu obia verse so a utimi sen sama o kan no emu pi esina na ne esa ba no asa be pagya to another level yen go into the creation of Samina.
Okay.
How did it happen?
Okay, so Samina me create me pimpina me bo pimpina beats na we na me frɛ Brapini Umbra Studio internet. Obeto pimpina bi e na me boss Samina man no. Until your call na control ne there buy. But sometimes na my first verse na can put that. Yeah, sometimes so that my folio ma give you.
Now West no
pa.
I say me ye hu girl. Me ye hu girl.
Kuku ani uno.
Obi.
Oya uno.
Me ni me no pa.
Sa, hey, info. Mr. Men there no. Oyo ba.
Obi any mo bia.
Oh, sa.
Trust me.
Okay.
I only let people know what I want them to know.
Oh, okay.
So that's I mean, I think that's the beauty of life.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bibiana was all mango for what I say. Yeah. So after mature, maybe you know, Brabin Kofi, you know, buy no my second verse, you know, into the second verse, you know, I said, nah, I'll control the verse now. Into a sound call and sound call
wow.
Yeah, no sound by it. So it was a beautiful moment. You created seminar, but Minyabutre, seminar na nkasa na minyabutre.
Yeah.
Because na me pese me kansem. Ba man kan wi mpo.
One can read a bit to us.
I was so your part.
Me patcho che verse in the back. Is and say me boss will be me ba no say ene bisa oba man into samina na mami because samina die or they hear the name pa
say seminar intia na.
O say
in seminar me kan.
and semono or say or the seminar yen.
First verse na second verse.
Me my first verse.
Okay, ma baby am kan senpai was.
Okay, second verse.
Me say Odome dase, mehwe wote sene ya wo foforo no. Na mema wasere wo wutire mu, otimi din ya weni sua be ni gie mu. Me wo mpa adame soda, wo ban boy nti metwere wo ho dada etuo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Etuo.
Yes. Etuo ho ban boy nti
metwere wo ho dada. Wow.
Akuma mu opa me na nya me kafa. Obi obejeje obi apa me ntokwa. Ejanie papa nie, me se ejanie.
Okay, papa nie.
Mami mbo wo ne yemo odo ne nso.
Bi se ma fi
mani ase. Me kan ya no da so sasa. Me dodo mu a me nja wo so ba. Me nsuma we pia mami. Se wote dware ye ti weni mu wai. Ti wonya ba ko atena ho. Onte se me na. Me mposa okra, me mposa na sama ye din.
Mposa den.
Me mposa onze se me na uposa esa.
Esa me ye din.
Me say me mposa okra na o sama ye din.
Ma ye din okay.
Yeah.
Ena ba ko bi uta dware a ehonum no eya.
Uta dware.
The boss no nte ho ne da.
Me say se uta dware ye ti weni mu wai. Onze uta dware bebre a eya na weni ma ye fet dodo. Yeah, me pa just say uta dware ye ti weni mu. Enti unya oba ba ko na be ma ba ko antena ho. Uta fam ma bebre na me ma bebre a ekre wo ho as oh yeah
wahu nsem no uta dware ati wanim e onya ba ko atena ho obrafo nso de obetimi de obrafo de na kai ho ala
they do from
adomi that all right, so my boy you sure say wo ho tetem because samina de manfo e pe samina me anka samina de yem ne ma pa eruti yenko tie samina emra ye ba bisa the new one bi aba new one pa no so wasan chichire samina do sopo ana ode abehwe agu ye so ene adofo de mani age yenko tie samina mra yeah
we am me mama pa woni agro kra me de
yeah love me that say Charlie, this is a classic and a beautiful unya say watronum no watron ye na asan ba be hit. You will be able to make a back, you know, will not be a hit, but unya classical song and some make sense, make meaning. Next time be a hit song. Nice, what 20? Kukua. Bisa. I know it's all do bisa because of beside your man, a man, dear.
I've been his fan from
way
back.
Remember to was. Yeah, what? Be more mushy artists now.
Oh, that have been patronizing. Hey, me I sure so be kai me. Yeah, near friends for Facebook.
Okay.
Like I about yes. Say what's na Palace Town da?
Palace Town.
Yeah.
Maybe in Palace Town.
Over in Palace. Me kasa mo intinu like me Palace pa to the extent say when we need can't say artist of
2016.
Me na me catch up post bi a me koye no Facebook.
Really?
No that time that me Facebook find it easy. Intinu like it's not like me hu intina me no. I really like me penin and me so metonyum sorry like I love music intinu meaning good music into me hu nyum pa me hu intinu bisa de Charlie easy
nice cook we twa my evidence was a bi mu ye fan fully we see our boss o ka so ntonyum ne ba ko a na aye bibia de e wo no mu a ontimi e de ento na me see me di nkomo bi because ye di nkomo stories bi so won me say yetumi di ewo wase na yema enema na ye de ekoso lewin aka say juju a ekoso ye kan se juju kuma wodumu juju ni ade no e ya sofo no bi no mo na ye de ede saa enema na ye de ba en dey ti ameka bisa ye hwe bisa nso na hyase na efifiri saa movie soundtrack no mu bi ene ade na ba en ti ono nso owodo sonkoma eyesini etwa adwuma no mu pa anything menye bisa wadin kire ye tati nansi ya akra ye nua Porsche asare kra be kan se juju a ekoso a mibi kra no ye kire ne se mo ni artist bi ni di no kre ade ne baya wanhwe yi a na wonua na ode wo ye de esene bisa lewen de o say eya asofo ni binom se bi ono na obeka na wa hyewe na wa kanwe na wa kanwe no na ede saa perception no aba dodo no nso ayeden aso saa asem no mu
yo ma membiza juju e den
okay Ghana de ye ti juju a say obi ye obi it's a bayi na so de tumi bi bro bi ase na o de say obi
okay me also bi ana ne perception I say me nji juju ndi o me gidi but then me kan sem bi wo menyu me say ano ke cancer man obenye bi kan saa nso na o ma ho kwan a amanfo benya o what you say saa na tie sabi o I mean o say lewe kan say asofo na kan say right
also mo yi false revelations o kan nem
so ade ni bi ni well sometimes yeah na dey to some situations mo software bonfire ma o but bonfire ma e bia yare but software no doctor
okay
or personal doctor what I say they should show you the niema baby why it's just common sense niema baby common sense say unim say was okoye adwuma ansa wenye sika now do sika krana or na dia kwatena so dem Monday anopa Tuesday anopa Wednesday say oh, mouse of our bonfire, then you can chanti sika brel. No, what I say, it's the same applies to juju as I'm now all kinda. So corona by some say juju near there or in a pastor's powers near there, and so corona airban will be obedient to me who I'm so know. What I say, I am a full believer of Christ.
Okay,
but I thought it be a once I begin, Miss Naka say, I thought it be a casado. Casano Dawson. Now your imaginations, to me imagine you may be into one ha. Oh, you record the show be so be there. Well, my doctor friend be. I can't say me the be I said. You have the power. You unimu body. And I want kasana okra power. And say oh ha on fin oh yeah. You should know say be a okudi bibi and what I say, but I thought it be a buye ni gunia maybe so. Ain't no one share ya, bibi kitu ebi no na de akwa show bi. Ebi o ha na our family history bi. Unko bisa our family. Unim de ekoso. But because ebi a hu say ebi obi tan o kakra bi ntino, o de ahye no say ono na oye o. Na sometimes my yen ya adwin free sa na ma we ho. What I say, o yare akọ hospital no mo hwe o. Men tena fie mfa show bi say nipa na ya se mesi na ya o. I've equally been to hospitals where na me mfeya me yakaka na me chi wiase afa na nyina na me fi se be yare senka me nsua ade saa nka me ka so obi na eye me na me ne me doctor friend ba ko di nkomo say me mfeya me ya me de chi hospitals na enko na ka chem ze enye bibia eye breathing exercise say me diaphragm me lungs na ko tire me diaphragm keke nti o say me breathing in kese me breathing in na ade ni bie emba ebio so na makobo ka bebre se nka metifia nka meka so obi na eye me what you say nti e to de bia enye sa ne ma no
na obi owani say ye odifo ana say honhom ni pa bia enka bibi enkyere o se bia bi sa bibi say no bi di ye wa
no kwanya me mama nka say me cho me so I'm very spiritual me hu ne ma so what you say me spiritual. It doesn't change anything.
Okay.
Obi betimi hu e say you reveal it to redeem. What I say, it doesn't change anything. Ohu bibi o me hu abom pae ma me.
Okay.
Enu nti na Nyankopon reveal ama ono because maybe the power sha won say into who bibi o. Well, and I have like a whole problem. So it say obi ehu bibi o ho
bia we yaw bisa onia we yaw
odi ababe gina nipa mu na wo ka say na se ebia wo hie sika ebia ho akere wo kakra na wo ba me nchen se o kede me ho akere me se o 20 Ghana bia fa me na me fa nkoto aduane na me ba radio so na me be ka ebe ye wo de
Thank you. And I thought we should be mindful of some of the things that you understand. In education, it's just common sense. I was saying it's common sense. It's just common sense. That's it. What I say.
Kukua, as someone could joking. On the say, sa perception ya so for nebia. Mahu kukua, kojo episode you say or the wafa, or the wafa, or person or sell, and no nama sa adiana bejinam say, sinitrenum na ese. In Semnia,
well, Miss me a very spiritual person, and I'm a GD said there's bad and there is good. What you say? And now, we say, and you say, Obia Pewie.
Okay.
Men ring so Obia Pewie. Into no, my sell down. Okay. Media mean to me in case Abia the almost can mean the Mijidi because there's something in this world. Abia na uncost one you be. Me de meaning dia we loan won.
Say so for no say no more can Abia ne or a movie actress no sorry. Ne a Sean come. Wejuma na oye no unuanu bi abo hopo eno na edis.
And I make Abia no oko so see asofo na yes Abia no so na sorry oko no sofo na keke bi a kire and ne manage na so e kasa no because an kan sofo nka asa anya mani bi nkire na nka o meka
mo now adumra eye enyum foforo na aba adwaman so from the camp of Bisakade no ye ba ebe pound to man na ye di na di da bisa o se boso
imagine
boso wagina boso why na wagina boso yi
oh me enwom no say be ya obi abeji obi aboso
ho
ye de nkwa de anu akoji
obi ade e de so de ntokwa aba o asi yeso ano o se no obi akwara no ba kwa tam ade na abo ne bo na ntokwa ba
o he de nkwa no akoji obi de aboso ya me nka say koye violence obi srew me say
it dey ne de ji aboso
odonyum
okay
me yeah for adofo what you say obi wo how go through relationship a lot and nyame adom we share obi a o chere no love real love what you say on share ne lows ne what you say you know nyoma for adofo na mo fon ji o mani keke
enti mu a odo adi mu nya oba kono se ofiri bi mu eno abe pie hu samtina kuma ebe samiara enti mu a odo adi mu nya no na nyame ya adom na unya bi no so mu a o se ma jewa boso mi njao mo obi anye den e ma mefa eno nti eno ena Bisakade epese ma wo se udi video no so aba abonten say bia okay me producer say video na ready Bisakade boso ma jewa boso wa wo hwa waje obi aboso obi aja obi atantan dia wafa no wa ne kama na waje aboso no ye konko hwe video ne mra sia
am ye fear am po say ntu and I say e beda bonten cry and fire the nipa me no bo mo do ni mo odu
wow bisa onsem ka kuma and topic be out for be out killing we make sure say we dey nsema esefata but be about you say dey say nye kantamanto ne eyi biom e say hina omo a omo pese omo ko tie bisa boso na omo di omo ino
say we be say Ghana there I mean you boom play you audio mark on TikTok and so it's almost 20,000 videos
wow
yeah
just now
yeah like 20,000 videos I'm out for the air TikTok videos but I mean so tell me also call there na yan hwe there
beautiful final words be out here obi
me do be say me da Ghana for nyina say mon ko so support high life music me dey be high life na me preach yan ko so ani yan support yan push artists na nkaka yan so ye din high life no en wo homemu ati ase me da mo nyina say ya me sha
kukua ye ko
oh okay
last
me chie obi a me nim na me chia Okode Action Agency Madam Fubi mechia me feel
kukua meda ase na meda Bisakade ase Michael Ashan so ebe kan ho ma edidi nkomo kojoki me so metina mu edi dwumadi ne de ebrem wa so gemre ehwe nyankopo enhyam na darling lemon asida kese ne titiri no asida nimpo na ankasa koma darling lemon any star beer sa bia memrenda Adom TV Showtime omoso ya say ma edi dwumadi eni hwe hu ye na kudum festival enso the air twaso mo make sure say de bia ofidie ne beda Adom TV enyi nkoba bia na ha ene ye won ne pa bebre edima that's an nyame adom a yesan the Showtime ebra makramo